What's up, guys? Haven't dropped a video in quite some time, but I definitely wanted to do another update or continue with the updates for the channel. Kind of just tune in with you guys and kind of share my progress. Um, so I'd say like right now is right now it's it's super difficult. I'm extremely depressed, um, but I can also, function. I can go about my functioning like just, to a degree, just going to work and all that stuff is, fine for me. But I do struggle massively. Depression. I mean, a lot of it I've already dived into, but specifically just feeling, you know, kind of alone and not having that, place where I feel valued. Um, I think that's the core thing right now. I feel like I have no one to turn to aside from family, um, to be honest. And I don't, it's hard. It's hard for me because, um, yeah, it's just like a lot of time I don't want to burden other people with anything that I'm going through. Um, I very much think when I share the stuff that I share, if I'm feeling depressed, if I'm feeling really, really anxious, if I'm going through a lot of my OCD stuff, and constant overthinking, I feel like I am a burden. I'm a broken record, and I'm tired of being a broken record and feeling like a burden. Um, I mean, it's hard because, some days I just feel so fucking done. Um, to be honest, it's it's hard when, you know, just finding the motivation to do the things you need to do to get better. You just can't. It seems like you're in quicksand and you're sinking lower and lower, and you feel like there's no one there to grab your hand. So a lot of it's just the nature of depression. Um, it's really hard, you know, to kind of distinguish, reality from the depression, I guess, if that makes sense, because, I feel like certainly there are some people that care. I just don't see it. I just don't feel it, and I don't want to overthink, like, and be in my head all, you know, like most of this day, like all day. It's tiring, and it's tiring being so in tune with people's emotions and feeling like I am to blame for anything that affects other people, even if I may not have done anything at all. Um, Especially hard to set boundaries for things that I and behavior that I don't tolerate from others. And showing myself love and compassion is something that is very difficult. I beat myself up over a lot, a lot. Um, you know, I have trouble even validating, how I feel. I'll always be like, I just don't validate myself. Sometimes it's hard to feel like I'm validated and heard by other people. But I'm really just trying to take the little wins. It's so very hard. It's so hard to take these little wins and, just like setting boundaries for my own personal well-being. Um, as someone who for the longest time had, it's been hard to set boundaries, and I see it setting a boundary as me being, firm or mean, when in fact it's, quite the opposite. And it's, telling people what I'm okay with, what I'm not okay with, and, when the boundary is crossed, I can't just keep letting that boundary be crossed. Um, it's hard. Um, to be honest, I feel like this channel is almost my like saving grace in a way, because I can definitely express how I feel, even though I, do go to therapy. There's only so much therapy that can be implemented. There's only so much, of that I feel I can really do at the moment with just how I feel. Um, I feel like, the biggest thing though is definitely getting in the exercise, and having that outlet where I feel like I can literally exert that energy out when I feel angry, when I feel frustrated, when I feel hurt, depressed, anxious, all of the above. It's definitely been helpful when I can definitely push, when I'm able to push myself and I'm, everything doesn't seem so black and white and kind of, drawn out, if that makes sense. It's just, the world can, kind of seem like a shitty place sometimes, but it's really just like the good moments and the good things that I've encountered, and, the brief moments of just, joy that when I'm really able to grasp onto it, I'm so grateful to have that and at my disposal. Um, yeah. Um, I definitely want to keep doing these videos. The main reason why I've stopped uploading for quite a bit, or I've been pretty inconsistent, is just, coming up with material is kind of, tricky for me, so I have to kind of brainstorm with that. And I definitely want to, like, talk about things that have helped me after all. Like, I don't want it just to be me sharing my struggles, but kind of like what has helped me and what can help others, that are watching, that kind of feel like they're in the same spot. I feel like I want to say more, but I don't really have kind of a direction to really go in at the moment. I'm very much exhausted, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.